Most habits that actually improve your life don't feel productive. They feel kind of wrong. You've been taught that progress is loud, discipline should hurt. If you're not exhausted by the end of the day, you didn't try hard enough. So you wake up earlier, track everything, force yourself through routines that look good on paper, but feel heavy in your chest. And still, something's off. You're doing everything right, and yet you're tired. Not just physically, quietly, deeply tired. The kind of tired that comes from a lack of ease. Here's what most self-improvement won't tell you. The problem isn't your effort. It's that you've been trained to ignore the habits that actually work because they feel too simple, too lazy, too illegal. Not legally, psychologically. These habits quietly challenge everything you believe about growth. Ooh, they suggest improvement doesn't have to feel like a fight. And that idea feels dangerous because if it's true, what have you been exhausting yourself for? Let me show you 7 Japanese habits most people never take seriously. Not because they're complicated, but because they're so simple, your brain rejects them. And before we finish, one habit isn't just psychologically illegal, it's actually illegal in Japan. Stick around for that. By the end, you won't feel motivated. You'll feel something better, relieved. Let's begin. Habit 1. The 80% rule. Hara Hachi Bu. In Okinawa, one of the world's blue zones where people regularly live past 100, there's a practice called Hara Hachi Bu. Eat until you are 80% full, not stuffed, just 80%. Here's why this feels illegal. Everything in modern culture tells you to maximize. More is better. Leaving food on your plate feels wasteful. But when you eat to 100% fullness, blood rushes to your stomach. Energy leaves your brain. You feel slow, foggy, tired. At 80%, you're satisfied. Light, clear. And this habit isn't just about food. It's the art of stopping before the finish line. Leaving a little room in your schedule, your goals, your conversations. Chasing 100% is exactly what burns you out. Because once you hit 100%, you just invent a new 100. 80% is sustainable, peaceful. So try it today. Stop when you could eat a little more, but don't need to. Notice how different you feel. Habit 2. Morning stillness. Ase no Shizukesa. This habit feels illegal because it feels like wasting time. In Japan, many practice Ase no Shizukesa, morning stillness. The first 30 minutes after waking are kept completely silent. No phone, no news, no notifications. When you wake up, your brain is in theta wave dominance. Creative, reflective, fragile. The moment you check your phone, you flood your brain with cortisol. Your theta waves vanish. You haven't even brushed your teeth, and you're already in fight or flight mode. Morning stillness lets your nervous system wake up naturally. You think more clearly. You feel your own thoughts before someone else's words fill your head. And yes, you will feel unproductive. Your brain will tell you you're falling behind. That's not truth. That's addiction wearing a productivity mask. I'd try it for 3 mornings, just 30 minutes. Sit by a window, drink water, stare at nothing. Habit 3, the 2-minute fresh start, soji. This habit sounds too lazy to work. In Japan, many practice soji, but not the deep hour-long cleaning. A smaller version, a 2-minute reset. At the end of each day, spend 2 minutes returning one small space to order. Wipe the kitchen counter, fold the blanket, put the shoes back on the rack. That's it. You've been told that real change requires big actions. Deep cleaning on Sunday, a full morning routine. And because those feel overwhelming, you do nothing. But 2 minutes? You can't fail at 2 minutes. When you restore one small corner of your life, you send your brain a quiet signal. I take care of things. I finish the day clean, not buried. Tomorrow morning, when you see that counter empty and wiped, you won't feel behind. You'll feel a tiny sense of ease. Like you're already winning before you start. Try it tonight, right before bed, 2 minutes. Habit 4, the art of doing nothing, Nabukedo Jikan. This habit feels the most illegal of all. In Japanese culture, there's a concept called Bokedo Jikan, gazing time, doing nothing with intention, not meditation, not mindfulness, just sitting and staring at nothing. A wall, a window, the way light falls across the floor. Your brain has been conditioned to treat every moment as an opportunity for productivity. Waiting for coffee? Check email. walking to the car, listen to a podcast. Your brain no longer knows how to do nothing. When you try, it panics. But doing nothing is not empty time, it's integration time. Your brain needs unoccupied moments to process everything you've experienced. Without them, your thoughts never settle. Think of a snow globe. Every task, every notification shakes the globe. If you never set it down, you live your whole life in a blizzard. Boketo Jiken is setting the globe down. Start with 3 minutes. No phone, no book, no music. Just sit. Habit 5. The weekly forgiveness. Kodawari wo yurusu. This is the most emotionally difficult habit on the list. Kodawari means a deep commitment to a standard. It's why Japanese craftsmanship is world famous, but its shadow side is perfectionism. The belief that something isn't worth doing unless it's done exactly right. That belief is quietly destroying your ability to start anything. Here's the habit. Once a week, do something imperfectly on purpose. Write a page without editing. Cook without measuring. Reply to an email without rereading it 3 times. This feels illegal because everything tells you to do things right. But perfectionism doesn't create excellence. It creates paralysis. You don't fail because you did a bad job. You fail because you never began. This habit rewires your brain to tolerate imperfection. It teaches you that 70% is still forward motion. Try it this week. Pick something small. Do it badly on purpose. Habit 6. The evening release. Shikaraganai. And now the second to last habit. The one that might change how you sleep tonight. Shikaraganai has no perfect English translation. The closest is, it cannot be helped. But it's not defeatist. It's acceptance without surrender. Every evening, identify one thing that went wrong. Say to yourself, shikata ga nai, then let it go. Completely. No rumination, no replaying, no what if. This feels illegal because modern self-improvement teaches you to analyze every failure. Find the lesson. Optimize your mistakes. But rumination doesn't solve problems. It just repeats them until they feel heavier than they ever were. Shikata ga nai draws a line. This happened. I cannot change it. I will not carry it into tomorrow. The most resilient people are not the ones who control everything. They're the ones who know exactly what they cannot control and refuse to fight it. Tonight, think of one thing that bothered you today. Say the phrase and close your eyes. Habit 7. The one that's actually illegal in Japan. In Japan, there's a law called Shikinsho Ho, the Public Nuisances Ordinance. And in many cities, including Tokyo, it is technically illegal to walk and eat at the same time. Yes, you read that correctly. Standing on a busy street, holding a sandwich, taking a bite while walking to the train station? That can get you a fine or a formal warning from an officer. Now, before you think Japan is being ridiculous, hear the logic behind the law. It's not about control, it's about presence. The Japanese believe that eating is an act of gratitude toward the person who grew the food, the person who cooked it, and your own body that receives it. When you walk and eat, you're not tasting anything. You're just refueling, like a car, and your brain knows the difference. Studies show that distracted eating leads to overeating, poor digestion, and lower satisfaction from meals. But more than that, it trains your brain to treat everything as a task to complete, not an experience to feel. So here's the habit, which is not illegal outside of Japan, obviously, but feels illegal because of how rushed modern life has become. Eat one meal today without doing anything else. No phone, no TV, no walking, no scrolling, just you and the food. Chew slowly. Put your fork down between bites. Notice the temperature, the texture, the flavor. The first time you try this, it will feel unbearably slow. Your brain will scream for stimulation. That's how you know you need it. And this habit is illegal in Japan because they take presence seriously. The question is, why don't you? So here's what we've covered. 7 habits, none expensive, none complicated, none requiring you to wake up at 4 a.m. or track your life in a spreadsheet. They feel illegal because they go against everything you've been told about growth. They're slow, simple. They ask you to do less, not more. And the last one? It's actually illegal in Japan. But the principle behind it, presence, is legal everywhere. And it might be the most important one of all. You don't need another system. You don't need more discipline. You need permission. Permission to eat to 80%, to sit in silence, to clean for 2 minutes, to do nothing on purpose, to do things badly, to release what you cannot change, and to be fully present with one meal. That permission isn't coming from a video or a guru. It's coming from you, quietly tonight. Hey, tomorrow morning. One small habit that feels almost illegal to try, that's where it starts, and that's more than enough.